All right, welcome back, you guys. We are going to we're going to build a gas tank. This belongs, I think I said it in one of the videos a while back. I think maybe a Studebaker or something. I can't remember. Anyways, I was undecisive about doing this video because we got so much other stuff going on, but I thought it'd be a cool video. I already made, on our new plasma table, I already cut the sides out. All I did was took a picture, went into Fusion, outlined it, got ourselves some sides. But they fit perfect. They fit real nice. There's little tabs in here. You gotta kind of get it in there weird, but it fits down in there nice. There we go. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to Doug's and we're gonna bend some either 16 or 14 gauge. I think that's about all that is. And it'll be plenty strong. In fact, I got a piece here, but I don't know. He's got a bigger roller, but what it looks like, I might be able to find something to roll like this part a little bit and that part a little bit, because it's flat on the bottom. You look here, it's flat there, it's flat there. See what I mean? So, and it's flat everywhere it stops. So really, I'm gonna have to try to figure out maybe a pipe or something we can do. When I had my old sheet metal brake, it was a homemade one. And when we used to build race cars for round track racing, we had a long bar across the front of it. And you could just take the sheet metal, clamp it in the sheet metal brake that was homemade, and then we had another arm that we'd pull with another roller on it, and we could roll the sheet metal down the front of that thing, and it would make perfect rolls for the top of the fenders. I mean, it worked out so nice. But I haven't really done anything like that with this other one I got. I need to make a nice stand for it and put a roller on it and do that one day. Maybe we'll do that in a video one day. But anyways, the sides are made. I'm gonna go ahead and now what we might concentrate on making is some of the, I might make a new mount plate for this. I don't know, I'm gonna try to cut that out first. If I can cut that out and clean it, same with this one, we'll use them. We'll just clean them up real nice. Looks like they're just like, maybe I can drill them out and rivet them, or maybe I can put some water in it and cut them. Let me get some stuff together here, and we'll try to figure out how we're going to try to get those off. Like I said, I don't want to. I think if I put water in it and if I start grinding on it, we should be safe. Should. So let me try to figure something out here. I'll bring you guys back here in a few. Guys, call it what you want, but I'm being a little bit of a sissy, a mama's boy, all right? So,
mama's boy!
What I done was I drilled a hole and I cut it out with the little air saw here. We're getting ready to do this one here, but with that one there, it doesn't cut the best, it's kind of slow. And then I took this to the, belt sander, ground down the rivets on this side, punched them through, and it came right apart. And then I just clean it with a wire brush real quick. So now we got a neck. Guys, trust me, you don't want one of these things to blow across the shop. Even this right here can throw a spark. I don't think, this one don't even smell like fuel. It's probably been ages since it's had anything in it, but I'm not gonna chance it. So we'll just cut all these out like I'm getting ready to show you and clean them up, transfer them over to the new tank. We ain't got to worry about it. But like I said, it's a little slow process, but hang on. The churns are the worst. And that's it. Just like that. And then we'll grind those rivets down, pop them out, clean it off. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and get these other ones out. Then I'll take you over to the belt sander and I'll show you how I did that and punch them out. I'll show you the process. That way you guys can see it at least. Give me a few. Okay. Guys, I kid you not. This thing's been sitting here for quite some time. I don't remember what video that was when I said we're going to make this thing. And this has been open the whole time. So has this in the shop. I've never smelt gas in here. I cut these things out just now, and I'm telling you right now I smell gas. That is so crazy. So here's what I've done. I just use this instead of the bench grinder or the belt sander. I ground these rivets down here, and I got couple left here, and they're just, if you look, they're just like little rivets. So this one's got some epoxy or something on it. We're gonna have to probably chip it off or whatever. I don't know yet. But all it is like a plug, so you can get into it. You may even try to find something. I don't know. We'll see if we can't save it. But all I'm doing is doing this. This tank liner stuff's got some crazy smell to it. Just going right to the metal, right to the base. If it starts to get warm, just set it down on a piece of cold metal or something, grab the other one and grind it a little bit. And all we want, hold on. That's all we want right there. We'll pop the rest of them out with the hammer and the chisel. That's it. These here, this is like I think it's brass or copper, but it's the same way. There's something holding it together other than those, I think. We'll pop those out and see, but that goes down in the tank. It's like a pickup or a return, I'm not sure. Probably a pickup. That one's getting a little warm. Let's let that cool off. Let's go over here and pop these out. See what we got. We'll take this one, that one, and this one. All I'm doing is just setting this thing right on the edge of this vise right here, and just taking this punch. Another one's pop right out. Not this. Now, let's put this one in like this. Problem is, I'm wondering if this side ain't been like epoxy too. Let's try these other ones real quick. Let's see what they do. Yeah, that metal, it looks like there's a lot of glue on this tank. Some kind of sealer. He said so himself. They've been trying for years to seal it. I don't think there's one available for it. And all the ones you find, they're crap. Yeah, it's starting to come apart. Let me grab a flat chisel. Yeah, all the ones you find for it, they're just as crappy. So it ain't even worth messing with it. If not worse. I'm trying to get this thing, I don't want to, let's try this. Try to split this side real quick. Now let's get this side in there. Yeah, that rivet's still in there. It's like part of it. I need to, let's see. Thought I bent that. I didn't. Let's see if we can't get this like this. There we go. Yeah, there's all kind of sealing on this. Okay, well, there's one. We'll clean that up, pop these rivets, drill them. We'll need that. All right, let me pop these off and I'll bring you back. All right, guys, first things first. So this is some 16 gauge. It's pretty thick. I mean, let me find my tape measure. Okay, so we need, we'll go 46.5 by, I'm gonna give a little overlap here. I should go get my soft tape. We'll get it close. And I can always trim it. By 36. So with the rolls, we'll go, let's go 38. 38 by 46.5, I said, right? Yep. Okay. Okay, we'll go that way. So 38. I got a couple bends in this metal. What I'm gonna do is 38, 38. Let's go 46.5 and 46.5. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, that is a flat side over there. Needed to go a little more. Let me go up here. Oop, okay. I kept moving that daggone thing. Now I gotta find a decent part in this. I'm right on that bend. That's okay. This is just gonna be for our rough cut here. All right. Okay, let me figure out what I'm going to cut this with. I ought to just break out the plasma cutter and strap a thing to it. Maybe a piece of angle or square or something. Then we can just go. Let me get all that out here and set up. I'll be right back. All right, I got the wheels on it. I'm going to try to do it with the wheels here. Should be all right. I had that on 45 amps. Once I started going quicker. This is a nice cutter, you guys. Yeah, that's that Best Arc I did a review on. Super nice plasma cutter. That thing's bad to the bone. All right, hang on, I'm gonna set this side. Here's all I do with this, you guys. Clamp one side, just so it's clamped. I take my torch. Keep your finger, don't put it underneath that thing while you're doing this so you don't cut it on. Okay. I ain't got really nowhere to clamp this side. Maybe there. Okay, might as well cut it. Make sure your hose is out of the way when you're doing that. Don't cut with the hose in the way. Went too fast through here. Okay, so much nicer to do it that fast than to have a cutter out. And all right, let me, I thought I hit myself. Let me get a grinder. We're gonna clean these edges up a little bit so we're not messing with some of this dross. Be right back. I bought a pack of these flappers. Boy, I was right by the edge of that thing and I can't find them. There was like 40 or so in there. I don't know what I've done with them. Where I slowed down. Or it went too fast, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, we went a little too fast through here and I goofed my cut up. That's all right. Like I said, that's why I always go a little extra. All right, let me figure out how we're gonna do this. I haven't decided. Let me get you guys up here. Yeah, I haven't decided what we're gonna use to do this with. Let me try to figure this out. I may try to clamp it to the edge of this gas tank somehow and just bend it where we need it on that. Let's see how that works, I don't know. Or if I could find a piece of tube long enough, a piece of tubing, I don't know if I have one, then we can maybe strap it to something and then put our bends in it. Because that's like we can use a small, any type of tube. Maybe a jack handle, maybe that might work. Let me try to set something up, be right back. All right guys. I got a little idea, if you guys can see where I'm going with it. So we ain't got to even use our speed roller yet. This thing's a beast. I mean, that thing is putting the line, look at this, in 16 gauge. I mean, that thing is a monster to be doing that. So anyhow, what I'm thinking is, yeah, that just made a nice little strength in that. Let me get you back over here. Okay, what I'm thinking is make our measurements, and where there's flat areas, maybe we can make an X or even just a couple lines in it. Maybe a long one and a short one, just something, and it'll strengthen that tank up tremendously. And then everything will be awesome. And then we'll just put it, in areas that the bend's not gonna be in. So I'm gonna have to figure out what we're doing here, make our layout on the metal, put our lines in it, what we're doing, and then we'll run it through the bead roller. And then we'll figure out, maybe with the jack handles, I'll strap them to something and try to get our bends in them. Because this shouldn't take that hard to bend. The biggest thing is going to be getting it strapped down to it. That side's got to be held too, and then putting the bend in it. And it's got to stay tight to the bar. So let's get this, let me figure out what we're going to put in here pattern-wise. I'll bring you guys right back. All right, you guys. This is where I should have got my table done. We would have had a table for this. This is going to be kind of difficult. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to try to feed, I don't know how I'm going to do this, to tell you the truth. I really don't. I need another person. Let me try to find oh yeah, let me go get these stands. We'll put them up to that. Hang on one second. Maybe that'll work. Don't laugh. All right, this is either going to be work or fail. So these little marks here, that's where I'm going to stop. I'm lining up with the center of the shaft here. I've already got 2 churns on this, so I got to get 2 more because I tested, when I did that test panel, it was 4 churns. So I'm going to go 1, 2. All right, here we go. Well, I'm probably going to have to move these around. This sucks without a table, you guys, really bad. And 1 person. You slow that down a little bit. Well, we're on the line, it's working. Problem's gonna be, I got 2 more stands, don't I? I think so. Let me go dig these things out and get another thing up over there. Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna have to go until I get to that lip over there and then lift it up on it. This is so tough. I don't even know if this is gonna work. As far as how I'm going to bend it. I don't know if that's, yep, that one's falling a little bit. I probably should come over here with the pedal and lift up. Let's do that. Does that go into there? Yep. Boy, this sucks by yourself, I'll tell you. I should have had that table made. I walked it a little bit. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. I'll just try to keep it. That was kind of my fault. Now I gotta be able to see this where that line is. Man, man, man. A bit more, about 1 inch. Well, like I said, I shouldn't be doing this by myself. I think I'm on it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this by myself. So now what I'll do is I'll reverse this. Take 4 churns off. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put it on that outside one. I'm in a maze here. We'll see here, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna continue to do the craziness or find somebody to help me. I'm probably asking for it here. Yeah, I stopped it on the line at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just a touch more. Right back the other way. See if I could stay on this frickin' line. I was thinking the opposite way. You know, as I keep putting these lines in here, it's making it stronger. I gotta. Well, yeah, it's already holding up by itself. I need to keep both ends of this lifted a little bit. I'm telling you, it is putting some strength in it. Well, look at it now, I don't even got to go over there no more. It might work out. As soon as I said it, I didn't even see them things falling yet. Let me try to get this one back up. At least these 2. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to get some kind of help, guys. I'm asking for trouble here. You know what? What if we turn these? No. That's probably gonna be worse. Yeah, I don't know. Turn that one. See what this does. That might be better. Putting them in there like a triangle and letting it skid across the line of it instead of the flat part. That may be better. Let's try it. That's all I got is to try it. No, they're not falling over yet. It's giving me a little bit of grief here at the end. Are they tilting? No? Okay, let's try to go. Well, I'm not going to make you watch all these. I'm going to do a couple more, then I'll bring you back on this one. It's going to burn up all the SD card, and I'll tell you what happened. You guys, all I can say, this thing is a beast. I'm serious. I mean, this piece of metal is heavy. I'm doing it by myself. It's moving and bending, and I mean, that machine is taking it. That thing is really, really a beast. This is the last one, by the way. The biggest thing I just had to keep stopping and resetting these things. That's it. Other than that, now I'm gonna scoot these out a little bit. These things are so heavy. Yeah, other than having to stop and rearrange them and, you know, handle this metal where I don't let it, you know, keep it going. We only got one that's, and you can't really tell it. I'll show you, hold on. That's it. I'm gonna keep at it 4 just in case we gotta add something else, but yeah, this thing did good. Now I'm gonna put it back, hang on. Okay, now I wanna try to straighten these out a little bit. Yeah, I could only put, this is the top where the filler is, and these are the very two big, the very bottom, and the other bigger one where it comes around to meet where we're gonna put our weld at. So I couldn't really put a bunch of these in there, but it's enough, let me tell you. You know, I kind of don't want to do that because we're already starting to bend. Why straighten it too much? You know what I mean? Let me try to. Yeah, this ain't like, this is some serious metal. I need to try to clamp it with a 2x4 and then pull up on it. Let me try to straighten this a little bit, and then we need to figure out how we're going to do these other bends. But that worked out, guys. Let's clean these real quick and I'll show you. Finally got to use our bead roller, and it was on a big task. Yeah, they done their job. They done what it was supposed to do. I'm gonna leave them other ones in it for now because I may have to transfer them, because I want these on the outside. I think, I'm gonna think about that. I don't know if I want the indents coming out or in. I think I want them out. It's stronger that way. Either way, it's gonna be strong. I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, I just put a little one. This is where a little one here, and then that one on that side of it, and that's where the, you know, our filler goes. But for this kind of a thing, this is not a, you know, like them designs have to be superb. We're trying to put some strength into this tank, and the only thing that happened was that first one, right? I can't really tell. I think it's right here. We got a little curve in it, just a little bit, not much. And you could see where I was stopping and readjusting, but that's okay. You know, like I said, this doesn't have to be a beautiful thing. Once it's done and welded and everything's put back together, it's gonna look good anyways. It's gonna have the strength it needs. The side plates are made out of 1/8 inch. This thing's gonna be a nice tank. Yeah, so that looks good. All of them turned out good. And that's hard to do by yourself, guys. I probably should have waited, but it worked. I mean, everything's there. They look straight, you know, straight for what we just did. Very straight, actually. I mean, other than that one little goof up there. Okay, let me figure out what's next here. Bring you back shortly. All right, you guys, let me show you what I've done here. So I took it, clamped it at the very bottom corner on each side around the gas tank, and then I just kind of just started manhandling and kind of, you know, doing that and pushing, and then I tapped with the hammer, you know, getting it to where I kind of need it. So once I get some shape in it, my guess is I'm going to take it out of there and then do some free air bends, you know, because the roll is going to be already in it. So when I push down on it a little bit more, it should close it up some, and it should work out, I think, ish. But it's looking good. Nothing is looking bad on it so far. So a little manipulation with the hammers, I think, and some pushing around, I think we'll be all right. And then once we weld the sides on it, there's kind of like we can, like, you know, push around on it and get it to form a little better once we start tacking the ends on it and making it solid. But I think that'll work. I really do. So what I need to do is, I don't have a lot of these clamps left. I think I'm going to try to maybe get these ends down up here on both sides, and hopefully, I'll tell you guys, these clamps, if you can ever find any or come across some where they're not super expensive, grab them. They are the best. I'm serious. They are so nice. Aircraft, I think that's what they call them, aircraft clamps. Problem on this side is it's been out of shape. So let me try to do something here. I don't know if I can do that. You know what? I probably ought to take it out now. No, I kind of want to get that top one just a little bit bent. I don't know. Kind of just going with the flow here. That's what I'm trying to do. Let's do this. Let's clamp these like that. Like that. Now, I wish I had another person, because I could have them kind of hold it while I did things like this. It's almost so hard to do it. I think I got it going a little bit. Yeah. Maybe now I'll clamp it there and try to push the top over a little bit. Try that. Ugh. Man, that's going to be tough. I need it up against something. Now it's getting real heavy. Hang on, guys. I'm going to get resituated here. All right, here's what I got going on. So I took the tank off, I bent it around just a little. It's hard to get any kind of... I almost fell over. I had it against the tire machine, and I'm trying to hold on to that stuff and step on it. It ain't happening. So what I'm going to do is this. I got the sides clamped a little bit. I got some magnets behind these, and I got this clamped down. So we'll hit it with some tacks down here, and then we'll just start clamping it around it as we're going, both sides. And once we get it to where it's solid, then I think I can push around some more and bend it, you know, get it on some kind of a blanket and push down the center, get it, try some. If not, I'll go get some acetylene in my tanks, and we'll throw some heat to it, and then we'll let it cool, and it'll kind of expand and shrink a little bit, and play with the metal some, manipulate it, if you will. So let me get my glove on here and my helmet. I got the bad little DP200 hooked up, my favorite little welder. I love this little Yes welder, guys. I can't say it enough. And I ain't just saying that. The selling part of it. No, but I don't even think anybody's bought one since I did that review. Maybe one, I don't know. Which is crazy because these things are unbelievable. That's the least I can say about it. That's a heck of a welder. And I ain't even played with the pulse part of it yet. I gotta get different gas for it, from what everybody's saying. But anyway, this is about this. All right, I think I'm gonna try to hit right here. Even though they're not that straight yet, I'm gonna use that we're gonna clean it up. Now I'm thinking about once I weld it, then grind it down, get some like maybe 16th round rock that's gonna be easy to bend. We'll weld it to the outside of it, butt it, weld it all up nice, clean it up sweet, so it has some kind of a nice little flip to it. We'll see how that goes. I can get that. It's probably readily available anywhere. Tractor Supply, Rural King, Home Depot, wherever. I don't know if this ground's going to be good enough, guys, because my clamps are holding it up. So let me try it real quick. If not, let me just see what happens. Well, some art. If you tighten it. Oh yeah, I'm clear on it. I think. I don't know. What did I do over here? Now I'll go down. Get it. The way I'm doing it, since this is thinner sheet metal and I'm on 1/8 inch, I'm gonna have to come down some more. Just going to 14 gauge, see what it does. I'm welding on the heavy part first, going into the lighter stuff. I'm just fixing where I burned Bead out a little bit. Actually, I don't like that. Go back. I'll just be careful. Actually, I'll put it on 8, and I'll bring down the voltage a little bit. About 17.5 and the wire speed to about 275. Let's see what happens. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's transfer the clamp to the other side. Give me a second, guys. Okay, only thing I've done, I clamped this side. I didn't weld my clamp either, just so you know. So I'm kind of just trying to eyeball what we got going on here. It looks pretty good, and the shape of it and everything from one side to the other looks about right. If anything, this side looks a little turned that way. Let me double look at this. Nah, this side looks the same. I mean, it's going to fit how it's going to fit, because we bent it around that tank, and these are made from that tank. No, we're good. We're good. And I'll tell you what, guys, just that little bit of a weld, it already made this side feel much better. It's crazy. Fusing that metal together. I got that in good enough? Yeah, I think so. All right, let me get this here, and I'm gonna move my clamp. Now I hope I don't hit the clamp. Did I get it? Yeah, crap. It may not stick to it. Let me try it. Get the stick to it over there. Hold that. All right, let me get my little cutoff wheel and get that. Hang on a second. Yeah, we got a little bit of a lumpiness down here, so I wanted to, I hope I can get this out right on the edge of this. Let's see, it's not around, it's probably, I got to hit it quick though. Man, that is like the perfect setting for this. You know what? That clamp's just laying on the table. I forgot all about it. Alright. I need to probably get my pipe clamps maybe. Maybe. Let me see something here. I kind of just want to show you guys what I'm going to be doing, and then I'll get one side, and then I'll bring it back, because this is going to take a while. Especially. Nice. Boy, that's really taking it in there. Look at that, guys. And it is fitting super tight. Let's get in here a little bit. Oh yeah, man, this is going to be so awesome. I'll tap that a little bit. Let me get a structure on this side, guys, and I'll show you what kind of a little bit here and there on both sides, and then we'll go from there. So it's not burning all up, but you get the point, what I'm doing with the clamps. Squeeze it, clamp it, do it, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So. Okay, I want you guys to see how I'm doing it. So basically I'm just clamped around, tapping in the areas so the metal's kind of forming and stretching, fitting, basically. That side's pretty much welded up to both of these little corners here. That's what we're going to do here. And then we can start pushing down on the back. I already started pushing a little, and it already formed a lot nicer across this top and the front. And we still have the two big red ones pushing it in the middle to try to keep the metal like out. So it's working so far pretty good. Let me get this one hit here. Man, does that thing weld so good, so good. Okay, let's tap this a little bit. Let me hit this little up to this right before the curve. Okay, good. Now we can take these off, scoot them around a little bit. Well, we don't have to do that yet. Let me show you real quick. Since it's all nice and solid now. I mean, that thing is turning to be a nice little piece, actually. All right, check it out. So, well, you're already seeing it. It's already formed up nice. And now it's like, it's giving me a solid basis. This is going to be a nice little tank, guys. Actually better than I thought it would be. And these are all falling right in the right places from where we marked them at. All of it. All of it is. Everything we did to it. These are right where we want them. This is right in the middle across the top. That's where one of our necks is going to be. Now I'm not going to let these off yet, just until I get. It's hard because I can't clamp, you know, like this. Because I'd love to. I'm getting ready to try to form this a little bit. So what I'm probably going to have to do now is let this cool a minute. I'm probably going to weld this up to here like the other side is. Let me show you that side. Yeah, I'm going to let it all cool. That way I can flip it. See, this side's good up to here and there. So we just have that that roundness left. But this is all, guys, this is a nice tank now. Really nice tank. And once we clean all that up, I'm going to trim off that access that we cut it larger. I'm going to trim that off, grind it, clean it nice. And so when we put that round rod, you know what I mean, on there and weld it in there nice and clean up the grind, that's going to have a nice little lip and look like a boughten tank. And I'm glad I went with 1/8" plates here because it's really making this thing like a nice piece, like a nice solid piece. So yeah, I'm gonna let it cool off. I'm gonna go hit that part over there. This is already cooled off, all this is. I'm gonna let that cool off, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these red clamps off, flip it where we can put them in here and kind of get that to be like nice and snug and tight. We'll probably we'll knock these in, this shorter one. We'll knock it over on the lip there and weld it on in there, try to form the top as best as we can. And what we'll do is we'll cut this. There's a line right here. You guys can see this line. That's our cutoff. This line right here, you probably can't see it. It goes all the way across. That's our cutoff. I'm going to cut this off right here, and then we'll bend that around with the clamps. And what I'll do is I'll weld it on the sides, both sides, and as it's clamped in the middle, we'll trim it across, all the way across with the cutoff wheel straight, so both panels interlock. And then we'll start welding at one end, weld, keep moving down, clamp it, tap it around, so it all goes down straight. And I'll show you how I do that. And then it'll all be welded up nice. That thing's gonna be sweet, really sweet. All right, let me finish doing that. I'm gonna cool it off and flip it around, then I'll bring it back. I wanted to just show you what I was doing by tapping it around, tacking it some more. Kind of like we did anything we've been doing, actually. The little pieces of stuff I put around stuff and heat it, weld it, bend it, tap it, anything that'll make it form, you know what I mean? If there's a will, there's a way. All right, I'll be back shortly. Guys, real quick, we've only got 4 minutes of SD card left. I ain't downloaded it. So I took a strap, strapped it around, tacked it in the middle. Now I'm gonna hold my end like this, tack that up nice, and then we'll continue to tap it with the hammer and form it all the way down. We'll do the same on the other side. When I'm finished, then I'll take and do my final cut after it's all rolled nice, and then we'll do what I said a little bit ago, where we're gonna go slowly at a little bit at a time and weld it all the way down. And I'll probably cut it down this way a little bit, because this is gonna get formed a little better than that one will. You get what I'm saying? So when I form that, it'll be nicer with the weld here versus up here where they meet at, because we'll have a little curve in it. So that's what I'm gonna do, guys. I mean, I'll try to upload that and finish some of we'll definitely see me doing the weld across and all that cutting, but I just wanted to show you what I'm getting ready to do now and how I got so far this way with the strap. So being creative, guys, that's it. Put the strap on it, pull it around, making it curve, hitting it with a hammer, whatever we gotta do. So I'll bring you back as soon as I upload that card and get it empty. All right, you guys, sorry about the heater noise. So here's what I'm gonna do. I clean this side back off, so that way when I cut this, we can get rid of that, you know, the piece that's gonna be inside there. And then we'll just strap it again. And as I'm cutting, we'll peel out the stuff out of the way, and I'm gonna weld all the way, I'm gonna, you know, go down all the way down. So let me see what it does. I'm gonna cut it right now. We'll cut a little piece and see how it acts. We may have to cut it all first and then strap it and do it. I was kind of thinking, cut a little, strap it, start tacking, and then keep cutting, but it may not work that way. Let's try to cut some of it. Might have to get a skinnier blade. Matter of fact, let me do that, because this is kind of thick. No, that ain't the one that's thick. Yeah, we'll be all right. Let's try it. Okay, we're good here. Okay, good. I think it's going to meet up nice. Let me get that cut off, you guys, so we don't waste a whole bunch of space here. All right, got it all trimmed off. I'm going to go ahead and start I'm trying to get situated here on how I'm going to do this. Maybe this way. I'm right-handed. I'm just trying to get a little bit on that corner. Okay. Let me get a couple more on that. Okay, good. So now, I'm going to try to meet it up with the other one and go all the way down. I need to get my glove and my helmet. I'm going to do a little bit of this, guys, and then I'm going to bring you in and out of it. I can tighten this 100 times. And now you can't open it. When you tighten it enough for it not to fall, then you can't open it. They need to redesign this helmet. Art Captain, if you see this video, redesign this thing. It's a good cheap price, good helmet for the money. They're only like 45 or 50 bucks, and they got a nice viewing area and everything, but this, where it holds up and this all mechanism here, I don't like it one bit. And this thing's a little uncomfortable too in the beginning, so, but it ends up being okay. Just fix the part where it goes up and down. All right, let's scoot this down. Okay, so basically I'm just trimming, button, you get what I'm saying? This is all, and I'm leaving myself a little bit of area for penetration as far as a little bit of a gap, you know what I mean? That's why I keep trimming it and doing that. I'll tighten it, let it kind of overlap itself again, and then I'll trim it. This is all good. Not yet welded yet, but it's where it needs to be at. Well, that thing is, okay. So then I'm just kind of going around. What I'll do here is, I'll probably push down on it, get another little section about 3 or 4 inches over, get it to where it's getting harder and harder because it's getting stiffer. Once I get a little tack on it, strong enough where you can get it, you know, flat, tap down and flattened up. And I'll tell you, I found the really sweet spot on this welder for this thickness here. A little bit more and then we'll move down. Okay. Moving right along. All right, I'm gonna finish buttoning this up a little bit, grinding it, getting me where I need to be at. I'm gonna trim the edges up a little bit and grind them down some. This side I already did, I just gotta grind the weld down a little bit. And then I'm probably gonna start going a little weld, blow it off, come over here, a little weld, blow it off, cool it off, go back, little weld, tap it, flatten it, and keep doing that all the way down through there and keeping it as cool as I can. Less work, because I'm gonna tap this, once it's all welded and ground, I'm gonna try to like form it up just a tiny bit, the best we can, make it look okay. But from what I get from this part here, because see, I wanted to just probably powder coat this when it's all done. So if we're gonna do that, the only thing I can use back here to try to make it a little bit cleaner or straighter while we're working on this is gonna be JB Weld. And I don't really wanna go through all that. So if I can get it clean with the metal, and there's no other way to get something inside there to dolly with that, you know, from the back side, you know, that's not unless I would cut this side back out, or one of these sides, get in there and work it. But guys, it's a gas tank. It's going behind something. This is going against the wall. So if it's got a little bit of a, you know, thing in it there, once we tap some of this, because right here is the curve, I'm gonna start forming that after this is all solid and try to get this all to, and the heat should help, you know, relax that metal a little bit. And then when it cools, it'll hopefully pull it some. So we'll see what it looks like when we're done. But if I stand over here and look, that over there already looks better than it did earlier. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Let's just see where we get with it. But it's coming along. We're turning this into a nice little gas tank. So I'll be back with you guys once I get that before. All right, let me give you a glimpse of this thing. I just kind of went around and started knocking down some of the rough stuff. That's all in place. It's not fully welded yet. The ends are, you can kind of see where it is, but it does feel pretty good. There's a couple parts I ain't gonna be able to get to. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna grind it, clean it, get it as straight as I can with the grinder, and then I probably ain't gonna swipe a little bit of mud up there, and then we'll just paint it. I was gonna powder coat it, but that's okay. It'll still be fine. It gets a hose to it, so it ain't like it's gonna be getting hit with fuel all the time. But we'll just paint it like a satin black or something. And here's this stuff here. Let me show you. So here's what I'm gonna use around it. I gotta get some more. Hang on, let me put you in there. So if you can see, after I clean that, we'll start probably down here, and then we'll start welding around, bending it, welding, bending it. Get what I'm saying? And now that I am gonna mud this, we'll just get it where it's not fully welded all the way around, but we'll get it to where it's on there nice, clean, and then I'll just take some mud and swipe it around on wherever the, you know, like in here, like inside there, and then slightly across the outside. So it's all nice, and it gives us a nice appearance of a look, you know, with the lip and stuff. Because I mean, I want it to look nice. We put B-rolls in it and everything, you know what I mean? And this thing is nice, you guys. It's gonna be a nice little tank. I am gonna have to make a new pickup, I think. That one's like a, I got this stuff. It's like you do it with a torch, low heat, they call it a low heat weld, but it's kind of like a solder, but you could do a bunch with it. It's pretty cool stuff. It's a stick, and you just heat it real lightly with the propane torch and start melting it in there, and that stuff is very strong. So we'll probably use some of that around our necks of our areas, them things we pulled out of it. That other thing that goes here, I figured it'd be a gasket or something in there, and it's not. So I need to see what's going on with that. If not, we may have to put around it with that too, because I don't want no leaks in this thing. So we're going to definitely make sure it's leak free. And that's it. I wanted to bring you guys in here and show you what we got so far. It's looking nice. It feels pretty good. And if I was to do this again, I probably would do fully weld one side in, tack the one side in so I can grind it back off once I welded everything else, including the back, and then I can pop this back off and shape the back of that on the inside with a long like spatula and tap it and have something I can dolly with. It'd probably take a little time, but I think I could get it pretty nice with it that way. But the mud and the paint's gonna be the quickest way, no matter how we talk about this, even if I did it again, all that crap, but it's just gonna be easier to just go swipe, sand that down, throw some primer across it, you know, give it a nice little 180 or 220 or whatever, and spray it. So, and it'll all look really nice. So I gotta get some more of this, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're back on it. But I didn't want to keep welding on this. I was cooling it, welding like I told you guys I was going to do. I don't want to put too much heat in it. So, and then I wanted to knock some of it down with the grinder. And that's about it. That's where we're at. Bring you back soon. Okay, I went ahead and marked a few spots on this. So I'm trying to do away with a couple of these brass fittings because I want to weld these in. I made this is a new pickup. Let me show you the other one. Okay, I went ahead and made the tube a little bit bigger, but basically it's the same thing, only a little bit bigger tube, a little more fuel volume there, and this is 1/8 inch NPT, but that thing's messed up. He's going to have to get a new one. I think he had it on so it would 90 up. I think the tank sits down in there like this, because this I believe is where the pickup goes, and then this will go down like so, straight down in the tank. And then we'll buzz that in around in there, and then that'll be a permanent solution for that. No leaks. I'm trying to get away from leaks anywhere on this tank. And then another one I made is this one, and this is quarter NPT, and it's just a plug, and it's right on the bottom of the tank, and it goes over here on the bottom. So if you want to drain it, you know what I mean? So we'll get this thing is really in there. I tried to get it out. I didn't heat it or nothing yet, but, and this is all steel. I just went ahead and made a new one. And that was the same way. I mean, and guys, this stuff was all riveted and epoxied in, so it was never coming out anyways. But that's what I mean. Evidently throughout the years, people were trying to seal these areas. So I'm just going to try to eliminate all that crap and just weld this stuff in, and really only have one area that it could leak, which is going to be, you know, where the threads are. So if it is that, you can obviously take it and thread it, put some kind of a sealer on your threads and make it not leak no more. So I got these marked out. So the only one that I can't replace right now make right now is this one, because I don't know, I can't make that type of a flared thread on a piece of steel like that. So I'm going to try to find something at the hardware store that's either I can adapt, make another one of these, and then adapt into it with this. You get what I'm saying? So one end will be quarter NPT or even 3/8 or whatever I find. And then I'll just make that fit that. And then this end will be, because this line goes on it. And he's gonna need a new one of these too. This thing is really bad. So, but that one goes, it went here. I believe it went up like that, or however it went. But so I'm going to try to make that one. For now, I'm going to go ahead and cut these out and get them set in so we can tack them. And then I'm just going to go ahead and tack weld these little, where they had it riveted in. I'm going to grind that up and clean it and tack, I've sandblasted a little bit. Now I'll just tack weld those shut, and then we'll butt weld this perfectly in there so it's kind of made into the steel. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to cut that out perfect, drop it in there where it belongs, and tack weld it around, make it fit perfect and straight. Because if you look, hang on. Okay, if you look down along there, I'm trying to get you where I got the tank at an angle, but if you look at that, if you can see, here's the bottom, and then if you look at the top, how it's flat. So I believe the tank sits like that, and then the sending unit drops straight down. The rest of your connections are through there, and then the only one we'll have here is this one. Now the only other thing that I don't understand is this, but I think it's the filler neck. But why would it be sideways? You know what I mean? It's kind of strange. I'm not sure. Not unless this sits upright. Hang on, let me put you back in the tripod. Okay. I mean, really, I shouldn't have no concern as long as I get them back in the same spots that they were in that. It's really not my business to, well, it is, but it ain't. But I believe now that I thought about it, this sits upright, okay? And then I believe the sending unit is gonna go, no, because I don't get how this works. Because if that's the case, here's the pickup. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's a return, because that's just going to go in this way. And if this ain't the bottom of the tank, and it sets up this way, then this is going to sit over here like this. So when the fuel gets down below that certain level there, it's going to miss it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, unless his pickup is in the sending unit, because there's nothing on that line that goes on that one. It's just the fitting, just like that bottom drain over here. I'm not sure, but this is the way it goes in. That's the way it was in that tank. I mean, all this stuff that that I'm replicating, it goes in the same way that it came out of there. So I don't quite understand that. Here, I'll show you what I mean by this pickup. Okay, so if this goes in like this, here's where this went right here. Okay, so if that goes like that, okay, so and back here is the bottom, that's okay. But if this tank sits in like this, now this becomes the back, and this thing is halfway in the tank. So we're gonna miss a bunch of fuel. So that's either, not unless I just can't see it being the filler neck this way though. I mean like that, if it sat like this. How would the fuel, I'm not sure. It's a strange way to look at this, either way you think about it, but like I said, this is where this stuff went, so I don't know. I'm not sure how this is, but I've been sitting here trying to figure out how this is going to work if the tank doesn't sit like this. Let me put you back over here. Yeah, if the tank don't sit like this being the bottom, then I don't know how this is going to be the pickup. I really don't. Well, because once you turn it that way, we're gonna be missing fuel halfway through the remainder of the gas. So I don't know. Like I said, it's really not my concern. I guess as long as I put it in the same way it was, I don't know. And like I said, this being the filler neck, how could the fuel come in sideways? Maybe it does. Maybe there's like a J and it just fills it up. I don't know. I'm not sure. I have no idea. It's a strange thing though. The way you would think this would go in up here and straight down, but it don't. There's no other. The only thing that goes in the top of that thing is that filler neck, as you can see. Yeah, there's nothing else here. Yeah, I would think this would go up here if this was a pickup and go down that way, and that be the bottom of the tank. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I have no idea. All right, I'm gonna get some tools together so we can cut this out and put a hole here for the whatever that thing is. Or probably, I'm guessing it's a return, guys. I don't know. I'm not sure. And this here is another strange deal. Maybe this is the return. I don't know, because nothing on the bottom of it. So once that goes on to there, and it looks like a big fuel line. You know what I mean? I have no idea. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. All right, let me get some tools. And like I said, I'm just going to make another one of them little things like this, like the bottom plug, and get an adapter that goes from whatever this thread is here to something that'll fit down inside of the piece that we make. That way we can just thread it right into it. That way everything's welded in, and we'll just have threads to deal with. Yeah, but I believe this is his pickup. This is his pickup and his gas gauge. So maybe there's a tube on it that goes, I'm still puzzled on this, guys. So the float might go that way, and there's a tube that goes down in with the sending unit that drops down that way and sucks it off of if that is the bottom over here. That would make more sense. And then this thing being a return, or maybe, yeah, that would have to be a return. Maybe that's just a vent. I'm just guessing. This may all go out to the bed of the truck, that being the filler hose, and this one being like a vent for when you fill it up. I'm not sure. All right, let me go grab some stuff. Okay, we'll grind that out just so it fits perfect. Let's go ahead and do that first. Okay, there's that one. I'm not gonna make you guys watch that. That's gonna take for a minute, so give me a few. All right, one more little one here. Little. All right, you guys can tell me in the comments what kind of a dummy I am for. I was working on, that one was done. I was putting this one in that bottom plug, welding it and grinding it, thinking I had the record pushed. Oh man, dude. Anyways, let me know what kind of a dummy I am in the comments there. So, let me take you around this bad boy. All right, we got that one in, grind it up. We got these two. I made that one, so it's, hang on, let me show you. It's probably hot, but here's and I went with a bigger bottom just so it's got a bigger hole in it. But I got that one done. This is the pickup tube. That one's done. And hang on, I'm gonna flip the tank up so you can see the bottom one. The drain. And I've got all of them grinded. What did I do now? I don't know. I have no idea. Hang on, guys. I don't have no idea what I've done. Okay. So this one's in. That's our drain plug. I got to get a plug. But it's in. It's made. It's done. Everything's in it and done, except for the two I just welded up here. I'm gonna clean them up with the grinder now, and then clean these ends up. And like I said, we're gonna put the round rod on it, on the outside of it, to make it look nice, and clean all that up. And then I'm gonna throw a little bit of mud on this thing here and there to just straighten it out and smooth it. I still gotta weld that back seam too. And then we'll be ready to paint it and give it back to the guy. Blow it out and give it back to the guy real good. But I believe it's going to be a nice little tank. I really do. I'm done with the old one. I'm done with all the old parts. We don't need any of that stuff. We got all new things in it. So he can put, excuse me. So if he wants to change, or if he wants to put something different size in here, he can just go to the hardware store and get him a different fitting. You know what I mean? He ain't got to worry about, well, that's the only sizes that I can put in it, because it was part of it. So now we got it to where he can put new fitting there. That's the pickup. All he has to do here, if he wants to change it and make a difference, is put an adapter to the 1/8 inch NPT and go up to whatever he wants to change it to, and it'll work for him. Same with the plug. If he wants to put a different kind of a plug, whatever. This is all in stationary. It's not going nowhere. I've went around it and looked. And that's one reason why I like to clean up the welds, especially on something like this, guys, because I want to see if there's any areas that has pinholes or cracks or anything that I can put another weld over it and clean it up again. That way you know it's not going to leak. And once that's all finished and grinded and clean, then we can swipe it with a little bit of mud and make it look nice. And we know it's not going to leak. So, all right, I'm gonna clean these two up and probably be done for the day. It's getting late today, but everything's in it, everything's in place, and maybe we'll play with these tomorrow and start putting our rod on that. And then, like I just said, I'll finish the weld across the back, get this thing cleaned up. All right, be back tomorrow. Okay, so I got these cleaned up. I got the sides cleaned up, and the goal here is to not take all the weld off, but try to get it as flat as we can and make it, shaped how it's going to be. Because next we're going to put this on. So what I want to do with this thing is, I want to get it like right to where it's just sticking past the outside and flat against this side, like that, where we have a little bit of a lip all the way around it. Like, you know what I mean? Like just a nice little, it's, a decoration, so to speak. Because only thing we're gonna do with this is, after we tack it all in nice, we're gonna clean up the tacks, and then when it comes time to put a little bit of mud on this, we're just gonna go around and swipe it and just blend it in and make it all look nice. And if you was like, say, because remember I was talking about I wanted to maybe powder coat this. Well, I'm not gonna, because it's way more work, and I'm trying to keep the cost of this thing down for this guy, because there's already a ton of hours in it. But sorry about the heater, guys. So anyways, you would do this with JB Weld instead of Bondo. Anywhere you want to smooth out or make look better, JB Weld it. And just like we did on the vise and everything else, the bead roller and so on. So okay, let me get the welder set up. I'll be right back. Okay, I got the welder set on 1/8 inch thickness. We'll see how it does there. If not, we'll turn it up a little bit. This is going to be hard to do with these gloves on, because I can't really feel. We'll just get it started here. Well, I'm just going to start tacking this. Try not to burn my fingers off. I think it's okay. Let me turn it up just a hair just to see. Let's try. I went to 3/16 and turned down the settings just a hair. We'll see. If not, I'm going to put it back on. Now I want to get this close to where I'm going to start bending it, so let me put a couple more here. That might be better. Yeah, I think so. As you can see, I got this tank. We might need to get a big hammer, guys. Give me a second so I can tap on it as I'm pushing it. Sorry about that, you guys. The phone rang, and ironically, it was the guy that owned the gas tank. Okay, as you can see, I've already started doing my thing here, so let's go ahead. Don't do what I do and do this without a helmet, guys. I flash burn myself every time like an idiot. It's flipping it down, up and down, and that thing ain't that good. I don't know. I shouldn't make excuses, but don't follow my lead. So what I'm doing here is I'm tapping ahead of the bend right now to try to give me just like that. And at the same time, you want to watch this way too, because it can go in on you. So keep an eye on all that. We'll do one right there. Okay. Get one right in this little bend here. Another one beside it. And I must have hit my trigger. Good way to waste wire. Okay, let's see, I want to go right here. And there. Okay, keep out over here. It ain't hitting the heat of the little spots you're putting in it helps it bend even easier. Not that it's real thick stuff, but you get what I'm saying. You can shape it as you see fit. Looking good. Uh-oh, the lights flickered. I hope the power ain't going off, guys. I'm gonna do a little bit more here and then finish it up off camera. Get one right in the bend. A bigger hammer helps it bend so much quicker and easier. Okay, you get the point. We're about done there, and all I'm gonna do here is bring that around, cut it with the cutoff wheel, meet them together, and put some little teeny bit of a weld around it so I can grind it so it looks good once we throw a little mud on there. But there we have it. Looks beautiful, actually. Yeah, once we get our mud situated and get it swiped in there, that'll look like it's made on there, you know, like a made thing. So these are the kind of things you can add on because we don't have special machines that put the, you know, the bends and the lips and stuff like that in this metal like this. So this is simple to do. A channel to go watch this on, guys. He does a lot of this kind of stuff. Is a Bad Chad channel. Go check him out. I'm sure most of you guys know, but let me button that up and I'll be back here shortly. Okay, so all I'm doing here, guys, is taking the roughest part of the weld off. This side's finished, and then I just hit it with the flapper. That's it. I mean, I'm gonna clean it just a little bit more, but that's it. Because, like I said, we're gonna mud it. And before, when I said if you guys were gonna powder coat, JB weld it. But it's welded nice. I went ahead and went back over the whole thing again, just to double make sure. You know, I cleaned it off, and then I re-welded all of it slowly. I welded, I blew it with the air, went over there, welded, blew it with the air, all the way through. What I'm gonna do, guys, is, let me show you this side real quick. That turned out pretty good there. That turned out real good, actually. So I don't have no more of this, this rod. I gotta go down and get some. All I did was in here, I just took the cutoff wheel, the chief, a thin blade, any of them, and then just kind of cleaned up into it. That's it. And then I took my flapper, my Rolox 2-inch with 36 on it, and cleaned it all up in here. And it's still smooth. Here I let it overlap, and I cut into both of them. So when I bent it around, it made it nice and even. And then I just kind of tack weld all the way around it, clean it with this. Just real easy all the way around it. You can't even tell where the split was, and that's it. I'll show you when we do that side. I'll do it on camera. But what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to end this video here, and we'll jump right back into it on the part where we're going to start mudding, cleaning this up, and painting it, and getting it finished up. But I'm going to show you that on the next video where I butt that together and how I clean these up, just so you guys know. All right, we'll see you real soon, guys. Like I said, we're going to be right back into the next one. But I need to get a video out here, so I figure we'll get started on so you guys can see what I've been up to, and catch you real soon on part 2. Thank you.